The sun dipped low over the jagged peaks, casting long shadows on the valley floor. The golden river snaked through the wilderness, shimmering like a vein of molten gold. To any outsider, it promised wealth beyond imagining. But to the locals, it was a thing best left alone, a cursed vein of riches that swallowed men whole. Ethan Harper tightened the strap on his pack and glanced at the other 4 men trudging behind him. They were a ragged crew, drawn together by rumors of fortune. Daniels, the burly former sailor; Carter, a wiry gambler with shifty eyes; Briggs, a grizzled veteran with a voice like gravel; and young Sam, barely old enough to shave, who looked at the world with a mixture of fear and awe. The elders of the nearest settlement had warned them. The Golden River is cursed, an old man had said, his voice trembling. Those who take from it pay with their lives. Turn back before it's too late. Ethan had laughed. So had Daniels. Superstition, they'd scoffed. No river can curse a man. But now, as they reached the riverbanks, even Ethan felt a twinge of unease. The air was heavy, the silence oppressive. The water sparkled unnaturally, its depths concealing secrets. "Look at this," Carter shouted, plunging his hands into the shallows. When he stood, his fists held nuggets the size of eggs. His laugh echoed through the valley. "We're rich." The others fell to their knees, digging and shouting with abandon. Gold lay everywhere, like it had been scattered by careless gods. But greed has a way of sharpening divisions. That night, around the campfire, the air grew thick with suspicion. Carter accused Briggs of pocketing more than his share. Daniels snapped at Sam for being too slow. Ethan, trying to maintain order, found himself caught in the middle of their bickering. By morning, Carter was gone. His bedroll lay empty, his pack still by the fire. "Maybe he went for water," Sam said, his voice trembling. Ethan found his body downstream, his face frozen in terror. There was no sign of struggle, no wounds, yet the sight of his lifeless eyes chilled Ethan to the bone. As the days passed, the group dwindled. Daniels fell into a pit, hidden beneath a thin layer of brush. Briggs vanished in the night, his footprints leading into the forest but never returning. Ethan and Sam were the last. They kept watch in shifts, but sleep overtook them both. When Ethan awoke, Sam was gone. "Damn this place," Ethan muttered, hefting his rifle. He wasn't going to wait for the curse to take him. He followed the tracks, the faint impressions of bare feet in the soft earth. They led away from the river, deeper into the forest. There, he found it. A hidden camp, camouflaged among the trees. Tools and traps lay scattered, along with sacks of gold. Sam was tied to a post, alive but pale. Around him stood a group of men, their faces painted and their eyes hard with determination. The curse wasn't supernatural. It was human. Ethan stepped forward, rifle raised. "Let him go." The leader, an older man with sharp features, stepped forward. "You've taken what doesn't belong to you," he said calmly. "The river is sacred. Those who defile it must pay the price." "It's just gold," Ethan said, his voice steady. "There's enough for everyone." The man shook his head. "The gold is a lure. It draws men like you, men who destroy the land and leave nothing behind. We protect what is ours." Ethan lowered his rifle, realizing the futility of his resistance. These men weren't killers for pleasure. They were guardians. "Take the boy and leave," the leader said. "But know this, if you ever return, you will not leave again." Ethan untied Sam and helped him to his feet. Together, they stumbled back to the river and beyond, leaving the cursed valley behind. The golden river still sparkled, its allure unchanged. But Ethan knew better now. Some treasures weren't meant to be taken, and some curses weren't curses at all. They were warnings.